Good day to all of you students. After studying the topic of errors in detail, now we are moving to the next topic, and that topic is of dimensions. What are dimensions of a physical quantity? What is dimensional formula? And what is dimensional equation? We will see that. But first of all, let us understand, children, that by the time you complete your class 12 physics, you would have studied around 250 physical quantities. And we already discussed in the previous video that it is not possible to assign a different unit to each and every physical quantity. That will become very inconvenient for us. And if we assign a different unit to each and every physical quantity, we may even not come to know how physical quantities are related amongst themselves. So you have to understand that we already know that scientists have decided that 7 base quantities are there for us, which were fixed by them as fundamental physical quantities, and based on those fundamental physical quantities, the other units were defined. All other quantities were defined and their units were defined on the basis of units of these fundamental physical quantities. What are those 7 fundamental quantities? We have already seen. Let us see again quickly. First one was mass, then was length, then was time, then temperature. Of course, the full name is thermodynamic temperature, that is okay. Then current. The full name is electric current, but I am only writing current. Then amount of metal. Amount of metal was there. Then there was luminosity. Luminosity. Okay. You already know the units. Mass was kilogram. Length was meter. This was time. Seconds. This was Kelvin, capital K. This was ampere. This was mole, and this was candela. Now children, we have got something called dimensions. Means if I think of unit of any physical quantity, say if you think of speed, then you already know that speed unit is got meter per second. So speed has got unit meter per second. Acceleration is got unit meter per second square. Density denoted by rho, that has got unit kg per meter cube. These are some of the units which we know from our memory, and we don't need to think too much hard about their units. Now children, what we will do is that instead of these units, we will think of something else also. Wherever in a unit of physical quantity, wherever you find kilogram, so you will think kilogram means mass. So kilogram will be represented by capital N. Okay, a new type of representation we are making in units. So if you look at a unit of any physical quantity, so wherever you find kilogram, you will understand kilogram is the unit of mass. So you will represent kilogram as capital N. Meter means unit of length. So you will represent meter as length. Second means time. So S you will represent with T. This is L. Temperature, Kelvin, you will represent with capital K only. Current, ampere, you will represent with A only. Mole, you will represent with mole, and candela with candela. So these are the new type of symbols that we will use to write unit of a physical quantity. So supposedly this unit is meter per second square. So that means mass, meter means length. So this will be L. Second means time. This will mean meter means length, and this will mean time square. Kilogram means mass, meter means length, so L cube we will think like this. So first understand what we are doing. First we are looking at the unit of a physical quantity, and then we are converting. Wherever there is kilogram, we write capital N. Wherever there is meter, we write capital L. Wherever there will be second, we will write capital T. Wherever there will be ampere, we will write capital A. Wherever there is temperature, we will write capital K, Kelvin. and if there is quantity of matter mole, you will write mole, and for luminosity you will write candela. These two and this will be seldomly used, but these three will be very widely used in the branch of mechanics in chapter number 1 to 8. Then when we go to chapters of thermodynamics, Kelvin will come again and again. When we go to chapters of electricity, then ampere will come, and all those things. So right now maybe you may be again and again encountering only MLT. So in mechanics we are basically concerned only with mass, length and time. So only M, L or T, that means whatever physical quantities will come towards you, they will have in their units only kilogram, meter or second. Ampere they will not have. Kelvin they will not have. And similarly candela and mole they will not have. So up to mechanics, you will be encountering only those physical quantities which may have kilogram, meter and second in them. We have already studied current electricity in class 10. So you know some physical quantities like current, resistance, potential difference and few more. So few physical quantities about current you have studied. Thermodynamics I don't think you have studied. So Kelvin may be seldomly used, and these two though very remotely used. So again come back to this children. The speed of the unit of speed is meter per second. I write it as L upon T. Acceleration is unit meter per second square. I write it as L upon T square. Density is kg per meter cube. I write the unit as M upon L cube. Meter cube to L cube. Now in this thing there is no capital M. So you write it as M0 L1 T minus 1 है ना, T नीचे है तो कितना हो जाएगा T minus 1. M नहीं था तो M0 कर दिया. Always first write mass M, then L, then T. When you write M and T, this will be the order. First always mass, then length, then time. Then of course ampere can come, then Kelvin can come. So this is the way we write. Always we write first M, then L, then T. M was not there, so I write M raised to 0. In this again mass is not there, so this will be M raised to 0, L raised to 1, T raised to minus 2. T square to T minus 2. And this I write as C. Mass is there, L is minus 3, T is not there, so T raised to 0. Okay? So if you are following up to here, I will tell you that this thing will be called dimensional formula of speed. This thing, this expression M0 L1 T minus 1, this will be called dimensional formula for velocity. And how do I write it? I write like this. Dimensional formula for velocity, I will write the symbol of physical quantities in square bracket, and that will mean dimensions of speed. The square bracket means dimensions of, and inside whatever the physical quantity about which we are talking. So the square bracket and V means dimensions of speed. What are the dimensions? M0 L1 T minus 1. This thing will be called dimensional formula for speed, this expression. And this entire thing will be called dimensional equation of speed. This entire thing becomes dimensional equation of speed. This is dimensional formula of speed. And we say speed has got 0 dimensions of mass, 1 dimensions of length, minus 1 dimensions of time. We speak like that, we say like that. So this entire thing will be dimensional equation of speed. This will be dimensional formula of speed. And what are dimensions of speed? Speed has got 0 dimensions of mass, 1 dimension of length, minus 1 dimensions of time. We will say like this. If we come over here, acceleration, dimensions of acceleration are m0 L1 t minus 2. So this entire thing is called what? Dimensional equation of acceleration. This will be called dimensional formula of acceleration. And what are dimensions of A? Acceleration is got 0 dimensions of mass, 1 dimensions of length, minus 2 dimensions of time. We will say like this. Come to density. So I'll write like this. This is equal to m1 L minus 3 T0. This entire thing will be called dimensional equation of density. This thing will be called dimensional formula of density. And what are the dimensions of density? Density has 1 dimensions of mass, minus 3 dimensions of length, 0 dimensions of time. We will say like this. So once you have understood how to get dimensional formula of different physical quantities, let us start making one by one. So one by one we make and we'll try to do it. देखो, first of all, if I talk of velocity, that is displacement upon time. Even though these are the not correct symbols, but for timing it is okay. So speed is distance upon time. So this is measured in meter, this is measured in second. First thing will be you write the formula. You write the formula using symbols. You know that speed is distance upon time or velocity is displacement upon time. Even though these symbols are not correct, but it is okay for time being. So once I make out that speed is distance upon time, I will say unit of speed, that is equal to meter per second. See, don't write it this as meter per second. This is wrong. This is displacement upon time and that is not meter per second. This is unit of speed and this is formula of speed. So they are not equal. So please don't do that. So write unit of speed, write the full sentence. Unit of speed is meter per second. Or unit of V, you may write. Unit of V is equal to meter per second. So from here you may write dimensional formula for speed. Meter means length, L1 T minus 1. And then you can also write, because you did not include kilogram mass, so you write m0 L1 T minus 1. This is the point. Okay, then we come to next, supposing acceleration. So acceleration is velocity upon time, though it is not correct, but at this stage it is okay to get the units. The acceleration is actually change of velocity upon time interval. Here also distance upon time interval, that delta V means change of velocity. Delta T means time interval. Time interval of 4 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever. So acceleration is change of velocity, that you already know. So change of velocity, velocity, the units will remain the same. So acceleration is this much, so I will write unit of acceleration. Change of velocity ka units meter per second or delta T second, so that is meter upon second square. So what is dimensional formula for acceleration? There is no kilogram, so I write m0 L1 T minus 2. We get dimensional formula for acceleration. Then third, force is equal to mass into acceleration. So unit of force, mass means kilogram, acceleration means meter per second square. Now see children, basic things like velocity, acceleration, this to we all know. So you don't need to put too much of stress in your brains to memorize these units. So unit of force will be kg, acceleration we already know, meter per second square. So therefore unit of F will become kg meter per second square. So dimensional formula for force will be what? Kilogram m1 length 1 T minus 2. This is the dimensional formula for force, like this we get. Then we come to work. Work is equal to force into displacement, even though this formula is not correct, but that is okay for this stage. Work is force into displacement. So what will be the unit of W? Think. Force means mass into acceleration. You can write like this also. W is equal to MAD. Force means MA and like this. Now you write unit of W. Mass means kilogram, acceleration means meter per second square, displacement means meter. So this unit becomes kilogram meter square upon second square, meter into meter, meter square. So what is the dimensional formula for W? M1 L2 T minus 2. We get the dimensional formula for work. Then fifth, we know that power is work upon time. Work is force into displacement upon time. Force is mass into acceleration upon time. You can think like this, children. If you don't remember the unit of W, then think work is force into displacement. If you don't remember the unit of force, write ma into d. Now you know mass will be kilogram, acceleration you know meter per second square, this will be meter, this will be second. So power will be unit of power. This will be mass means kilogram, meter per second square, meter upon second. So this will become kg meter square upon second cube. So dimensional formula for power will be m1 L2 t minus 3. है ना? kg तो m1 meter square तो L square second cube नीचे तो t raised to minus 3. We think like this. So like this, speed, acceleration, force, work, power we have done. Pressure, we know it is force upon area. Force means ma upon area. So unit of pressure, mass means kilogram, acceleration means meter upon second square, area 1 upon meter square. See, area is in denominator, so we have to write unit of area in denominator. 1 meter will get cancelled, so I write unit of P is equal to kg upon meter second square. So what will be dimensional formula for power? That will be m1 L minus 1 t minus 2. This will be the dimensional formula or dimensional equation of power. This will be formula, dimensional formula of power. This will be dimensional equation of power. And power has 1 dimensions of mass, minus 1 dimensions of length, minus 2 dimensions of time. We will say think like this. Okay? So, sorry, this was pressure. I am mistaken. Power was over here. This is pressure. So we will say pressure has got dimensional formula m1 L minus 1 t minus 2. This is dimensional formula for pressure. This is dimensional equation of pressure. Pressure has got 1 dimensions of mass, minus 1 dimensions of length, minus 2 dimensions of time. We say like this. Please pause and copy, children. Few more we want to take up, children. You already know impulse, that is force into time. This formula you have learnt in class 9. Impulse is force into time. So unit of impulse will be unit of force, or if I don't remember unit of force supposedly, so I can write it as mass into acceleration into time. Okay, so that is impulse. So unit of impulse, that will be mass means kg, acceleration means meter per second square, and this second. So this is kg meter upon second. So dimensional formula for impulse, that will be m1 L1 t minus 1. We should not use cursive writing, capital I only. Correct symbol should be used. Then momentum also you know, children, from class 9. Momentum is mass into velocity. So unit of P, P is a symbol for momentum. That will be mass. Okay, I write symbol first. P is equal to m into v. So unit of P, mass means kilogram, speed means meter per second. So what will be dimensional formula for momentum? m1 L1 t minus 1. This is we get momentum. Okay, then we have got density, or rather mass density, that you know it is mass upon volume. So density will be mass upon volume. So unit of rho will be kg upon meter cube. So dimensional formula for density will be m1 L minus 3 t0, because there is no second over here, so we think like this for density. Then we have got maybe frequency. Frequency you studied in chapter of waves in class 9. frequency is 1 upon time period. If you recall, frequency is 1 upon time period. So unit of frequency will be 1 upon time period means second. So unit of frequency is 1 upon second. तो डायमेंशनल फॉर्मूला फॉर फ्रीक्वेंसी कितना हो जाएगा? देयर इज नो किलोग्राम, देयर इज नो मीटर, t raised to minus 1. This is dimensional formula for frequency. So few more I have given you children, and if you want, again and again you are talking about kinetic energy, potential energy in class 9. Energy, it may be of whatever form, all will have same units, and you know what is energy? Energy is capacity to do work. So that means whatever is the unit of work, that will be unit of energy. So because energy is what? It is capacity to do work. That means whatever is the unit of work, that will be unit of energy. So I write like this: unit of energy is equal to unit of work. And work with me is force into displacement, that is MAD, that is work. So unit of W will be mass, kilogram, acceleration, meter per second square, displacement meter. So that is kg meter square upon second square. So this is unit of energy also. So unit of E also same. So that is dimensional formula for E. That will be M1 L2. Now this formula is applicable for any type of energy: potential, kinetic, mechanical, electrical, chemical, whatever may be the form of energy. The dimensional formula will remain same. Please pause and copy, children. Please pause and copy. Now children, certain quantities you studied in electricity, like electric current, then potential difference, resistance. These three quantities you studied in electricity. One was electric current, potential difference, resistance, charge. All these things you saw. Now you remember children from class 10, unit of charge is coulomb. So if I start from charge, unit of charge is coulomb. But children, we don't see this unit over here. Remember children, this is SI unit of charge. These also are SI units. But this is not fundamental unit of charge, even though it is SI unit of charge, because this unit of charge does not contain these elements, these units. When the unit of physical quantity will be composed of only these 7 quantities, then that will be called fundamental unit of this physical quantity. So remember, coulomb is SI unit, no harm in that. But coulomb we cannot see over here. So this is not fundamental unit of this quantity. We want to write the unit of this quantity charge in terms of fundamental units, means in terms of these quantities: kilogram, meter, second, Kelvin, ampere, mole, candle. We want to write unit of every physical quantity in terms of these 7 quantities, then only their dimensional formula can be got, otherwise no. So I have to think any formula I am having for charge. I know that I is equal to Q by T, so Q will be equal to what? IT. If I use this formula of charge, what is unit of I? Ampere for time second. Can I see ampere and second both over there? Yes, I can see ampere and second. Both are there over here. Fundamental units. Therefore, I will say that unit of Q is equal to ampere second. Now I don't mean to say that coulomb is wrong, but what I am saying, coulomb is not expressed in terms of fundamental units. But now ampere second, this unit is expressed in terms of fundamental units. So whenever a physical quantity will come towards you, first identify its units and see whether you can see the terms used in the units are there over here or not. Supposing, let us think of power. We already know that unit of power is watt. We know that, but I cannot see watt over there. Can you see? No. So I will think power is work upon time. Work is calculated in joules, if you remember, joule upon second. This is the unit. These are not equal. I am just writing over here. Can I see joule over here? No, I cannot see joule over here. So this unit is not in the terms of fundamental units. I will still break it. So power is equal to, this is joule per second. This is unit of T. Joule per second. Still joule. Joule is unit of which physical quantity? Work done. And work is force into displacement. So I will think power is equal to force into displacement upon time. This second means time. See this power, now I am breaking up. Work is equal to force into displacement upon time. From here, what will be unit of P? That will be Newton meter upon second, because force is calculated in Newton. You remember that. Meter and second I can see over there, but Newton I cannot see. So again I will break it. Power is equal to, force means what? Mass into acceleration into displacement upon time. Now I write unit of P. Mass is kilogram, acceleration is meter per second square, displacement is meter and second. Now all of them are present over there. So now the unit of power is expressed in terms of fundamental units, and now I can get the dimensional formula. So see how I have broken up. Power was work upon time. So work I broke up. Work is joule per second, but I cannot see joule over there. So I broke up work. Force into displacement upon time. Work is force into displacement. Then its unit would have been Newton meter per second. Newton I cannot see over there. So again I break Newton. This formula again I break. Force means MAD upon T. Now I write unit of P like this. So one by one keep on breaking till the time you reach the fundamental units. Please copy this for a reference. So unit of charge is ampere second. So what will be dimensional formula for this? Ampere second. There is no mass, no kilogram, no meter. Time is there, ampere is there. This will be the formula for charge. Please pause and copy this so that you understand what happens. How to convert, until what time you have to keep on converting, till the time you don't reach the fundamental units. Till the time you are not able to see all such units which are present over here, till the time you will keep on breaking, like watt, work, joule. Joule was broken into Newton. Newton was further broken into kg meter per second square. So सबसे पहले there was watt. Watt was broken into joule. Joule was broken into Newton. Newton further into kg meter per second square. So Coulomb was not seen, so we thought of some formula of charge. So we came to know charge is IT, and I will be ampere, T will be second. Ampere second both are over here, ampere and second. So this becomes the dimension formula for charge. Electrical already ampere is there, that is okay. Now we talk of potential difference. You know that potential difference means what? Work upon charge, if you remember the unit. Work done per unit charge is called electric potential or potential difference. So work upon, its unit is volt, but volt I cannot see over here. So I will think of some formula of potential difference. I already have a formula, voltage work per unit charge. Work means this will be joule per coulomb, units. I cannot see joule over there, I cannot see coulomb over there. So I have to break. So volt will be, work means force into displacement, and charge means I into T. Newton, meter, ampere, second. Newton I cannot see over there. So I further break it. Force means mass, acceleration, displacement, current, time. So now unit of V becomes equal to, see, mass means kilogram, meter per second square for acceleration, displacement means meter, ampere second. So unit of V becomes kg meter square upon ampere second cube. So what is the formula for potential difference? Dimensional formula. It will be m1 L2 T minus 3 A minus 1. Okay, m1 L2 T minus 3 A minus 1. Formula for potential difference. For resistance, finally, unit of resistance is ohm. Ohm I cannot see over here, so I have to convert. For that I have to think of some formula for resistance. We know very famous Ohm's law, V equal to IR. So R will be V upon I. Once I have derived the unit of V, that means if I want unit of R, first I will need unit of V. So pura ye we will have to do it. But already I know what is the unit of V, so I don't waste time, I write directly unit of R is equal to, what is unit of V? kg meter square upon ampere second cube, then this current ampere. So this becomes kg meter square ampere square second cube. So dimensional formula for R will be m1 L2 T minus 3 A raised to minus 2. Like this you have to get. So children, 4 quantities of electricity also I took up. And now I want to tell you one thing, children, that whenever you will come across any physical quantity that you have not seen so far, like temperature gradient, modulus of elasticity, surface tension, wave number, phase, electric field, magnetic permeability, and so many. Whenever such quantities will come about which you don't know, because you already know which quantities you have seen in class 9th and 10th. Apart from these quantities which I have written now, if we use any other physical quantity which we know that you don't be knowing at this stage at the beginning of class 11, then to get its unit, we will give you a formula. Like, to get unit of R, I give you a formula, V equal to IR. So supposing I give you an equation, electric field is force upon charge. I want you to get the unit of electric field. Supposing I know you don't know what is electric field, so I will give you a formula for electric field, that is force upon charge. Now I will give you such a formula such that you know these two quantities. You should know unit of these two things, so you can easily get the formula for electric field. So whenever we will ask you unit about any physical quantity which we know that you may not be knowing at the beginning of class 11, then we will give you a formula in support of that, in such a way that whatever quantities are coming on RHS, you know you are acquainted with all those quantities, so that you can find out the unit easily. Now if in exam, in test I give you, find the unit of electric field, if electric field is given by the formula force per charge, force per unit charge. So you know the formula E equal to F upon Q. So you will write unit of E, force means Newton upon Coulomb. Now Newton, you know, it will be mass into acceleration, so you will write E equal to, force means mass into acceleration, and Q means I into T, because Newton and Coulomb are not seen over here. So you will write again, force means mass into acceleration, Q means IT. So now you will write unit of E becomes mass means kilogram, meter upon second square, then this is ampere, this is time, second. So unit becomes kg meter upon ampere second cube. So dimensional formula for E you will write in exam as m1 L1 T minus 3 A minus 1. So children, please don't start memorizing the dimensional formula. What you have to understand, you should know the formula. From the formula you will get the unit, and from unit you will get the dimensional formula. There is no need to memorize units. Please remember, you should not memorize the units, you should memorize the formula. Formula will be automatically learned by you because you will be using them in numericals again and again. From the formula make the unit, from the unit make the dimensional formula, just like over here. Formula I should know. Once I know the formula, I can get the units. From units I can get the dimensional formula. So please don't waste time in learning the units and the dimensional formula. Units will be automatically learned by you because you will be using them again and again and again. So units will be memorized automatically, don't worry too much. From units you have to get the dimensional formula. Don't learn these. You are not supposed to memorize them. please try to understand physics. So today, introduction to dimension this much, and if you want to see many more physical quantities and their units and dimensional formulae, you can go to appendix 9 and see all the quantities listed over there, which you will see in class 11 and 12, and all their formulae are given, all units are given, and all dimensional formulae are given. You can have a happy time looking at them. Thank you and God bless you. In the next topic, in the next video, we will start numericals and why do we need these dimensional formulae, what help it is giving to us. We will see their application in the upcoming videos. Then we will realize these dimensional formulae are very, very useful to us. Thank you and God bless you, children.